Years ago, I was asked about consensus decision making. I was working with a group who had written into their constitution that all decisions had to be made by consensus. And that sounds great on the surface, I know. There's one problem. The problem is they didn't define consensus. And so they went to the dictionary definition of consensus, which is broadly that 100% of people have to agree. Now that sounds great, doesn't it? But the reality is it's rare that you can get 100% of people to agree. So it led me to work on and build a working definition of consensus decision making. And it's a very simple definition, and I've been using it for over 25 years with groups of all types, and it works well. The definition is simply this. Consensus is when a minimum of 80% of the people agree and the rest can live with it. A minimum of 80% of the people can agree and the rest can live with it. Now you can vary that percentage a little. I'd go down rather than up. 75% maybe agree, but the rest need to be able to live with it. That's the spirit of consensus, that people are willing to live with it. So consensus decision making is an important type of decision making, but it needs a definition. And that definition needs to be, in my view, in your rules or your constitution, because you will get people who quite reasonably argue that no, consensus is 100%. I worked with that particular group that I mentioned for some time, and the reason that they called me in was for 2 years they had been locked into not doing anything because one or two people disagreed with whatever was being decided, but they had to have consensus, and consensus was 100% in their view. It meant that the whole organisation just could go nowhere. And eventually that organisation did die and a new one sprang up with consensus as their decision-making model, but using the definition in their constitution. They then moved forward.